Yeah, go live. Good morning. Yesterday we had over 40 people, so I did some work for you guys. I sent Nachman Seltzer on a vacation, Gershon, Ben Moshe on vacation. Yeah, we made some room here. Today it's going to be a lot lighter. I don't pay, just the vacation. But there's some people that I want here. Omar Rabba. My time, I know he's not going to watch this later, so it's fine. We're holding Daf Dalet on the base. Today's Daf Hey. We're still behind. We're trying to catch up. Tomorrow is not going to help us, and the day after tomorrow is also not going to help us. They're both Rosh Chodesh. And Rosh Chodesh we start 7:25, which is really limited. It gives us only 35 minutes for these hard dapim and Niddah. So, anyways, we'll just go back a little bit. We started the sugi yesterday. Rabbanan say that if a woman sees dam, she goes back 24 hours. Everything she touched, food that she touched within 24-hour period, is tameh. Where did they get these 24 hours from? A woman can feel whether the blood comes out. Memela, she knows that she didn't have any hargasha, therefore she's not tameh. So why go back 24 hours? She had no feelings, and therefore it happened this second. Why give her a 24-hour penalty? Says the Gemara, he was just messing around with Abaya. He threw this out to see if Abaya is paying attention. What's the real reason? Right? We learned this yesterday, but we're repeating it. Chacham said that women who deal with trumas, with kachim, should do two. Here, there's an empty seat here. You can sit all the way here. You don't have to stand today. No, he's on vacation. We sent him away. Should both gesatz mishachas v'arves. Yeah, a little skylight. Al kaponim. We got stuff going on from the top. Not so much the. Anyway, so what do we see? Chachamim or misakin that women should check themselves, be boyduk in the evening and in the morning. Why? Shachris is going to tell you whether the previous 12 hours of the night things were tar. So if she finds out that she's tameh, she only goes back 12 hours, and everything she touched within those 12 hours is tameh. And when she does the bdika in the evening, it says that everything she did during the day is tar. Vizu. And this woman, since she didn't listen to Chachamim who said she should do two bdikas, hifsida oina. Now we're introducing a new word and a new concept. We haven't had this in years. The word called oina. What's oina? Oina means no. Does not mean 12 hours. It's a period in the day. It's either day or night. Day could be longer than the night could be longer than the day, depending on the winter or the summer. Very few times during the year are the day and the night equal. However, they both together, two oinos, always equal 24 hours. So, Chachamim said that she loses an oina. But we just said Chachamim say that she loses 24 hours. Oina is approximately 12 hours, 11, whatever it is, but where do you come to 24 hours? My oina. What does it mean, oina? Oina yisera. Let me give you a day period or a night period in addition to what she's going to lose. So, if this woman, either way, you going live over here? Okay, I'll go live. But maybe, we need like a milk carton. Get a milk carton and something. Oh, you want to see if it works? You want to see if it's gonna? Yeah, but it might mess up the YouTube channel thing. Okay, fine.
No, this is recording. This is a live function.
I know, but he wants. Usually, when it goes live. It just fell. Usually, when it records live, it posts itself on YouTube. Anyways, and we want to post that one. Lo mishaneh, we'll figure it out. What's going on, Rabbi Isai? So if a woman checked herself, we give her a knas one whole period, in addition to the hours that she now has.
She didn't check.
She didn't check. So
Does that mean
let's just say she checked herself over here. So this is a given. Let's say she's tummy over here. This is a given that this is no good. Even if she's tar, this is no good. Because we don't know what happened in these hours. But we're going to give her another 12 hours. I don't know if you can see these numbers, but these are 12 hours. This is night. This is day. These are 12 hours. Starts 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, etc. 12 hours. So we're going to give her whatever. She checked herself over here. This is a given that it's gone, garbage. This is her knas. We give her an additional period of time, a night, a whole night that everything she touched is tameh. How many hours is this total? It doesn't add up to 24 yet. Fine. But we give her a total of an extra period of time. What?
What's her bedika on that chart?
Where?
When was her last bedika?
Wherever my finger is. There's no bedika. I said, let's say her bedika was over here.
Yeah.
So we go back 5 hours, let's say, because she did her bedika middle of the day, in midday, just for example.
We go back to the unit.
And then you take the whole night before, a whole period. She needs to, Chachamim gave her a knas of a whole period, a whole 12-hour period. Now you can't, she was in the middle of a period. So in order to get the whole period, you have to take 6 hours plus 12 hours.
The thing is, since she missed the nighttime, right?
Yeah. She missed 6 days. She missed 6 months.
Okay,
But today she decided to do a bdika.
That she missed the last nighttime, right?
Right.
So that's making her a din. Her missing the last nighttime is not making her a din, and that's not the Yisir, that's the make her a din, not the Kanas.
No. Oh.
She's supposed to do it, let's say she's supposed to do it at 10 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Normally it's from 10 p.m. She would.
Yeah, but maybe time out. Chacham say 24 hours. Why don't they say 48 hours? Why don't they say 6 days? Where did the 24 hours come? It's Xera. You just go back, give her a little bit of a penalty. We're not assuming she was tummy then. It's a knas. It's a penalty for no reason. The reason is because you didn't listen to Chachamim. Not because we think you were really tummy then. Because if we thought that you were really tummy then, let's go back 6 days. Let's go back 6 months. Like Hillel say, go back, Hillel himself says, go back all the way to the previous bdika that you did, whenever it was, 6 months prior. No, there's a knas. What's the knas? A whole time of period. But in order to give her a whole night, you have to go back to the night. So let's say over here it's 5-6 hours plus 12 hours. She has a total of 18 hours. Ask Rav Papa, only Rav Papa l'Rava, v'zimni mishkachas l'sholish oinois b'meis la'eis. Now it's possible, like in this thing over here, I could go through 3 periods of the day, night, and day. In order to get to 24 hours, if she did her bdika at 10 o'clock in the morning, 24 hours prior is, let's say, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever it is, but you're touching 3 periods of the day, night, and day. And Chacham say you only punish her, you only give her a knas, a penalty, 1 period. So how did you get here? So what's the answer? Simple answer. Hishvu Chachamim midosayim. Anything in the Torah is always a set time. You can't start messing around with different people. Oh, she gets 13-hour punishment. She gets 18-hour knas. They did it 1 time. Why 24 hours? Because in a typical woman who listens to Chachamim and she does a bdika right over here, first thing in the morning, so this is gone anyways, without the knas. This whole period is gone. Then you give her 1 period for a total of 24 hours. A woman who listens gets a 24-hour knas. So mainly we did 24 hours regardless where she does her bdika. Even if she does her bdika in middle of the day, we start 24 hours. Again, this is very important. Say this looks like a nighttime, right? But right after this is 5 o'clock in the morning. It's already night. Okay? So she does her bdika right over here, and she finds that she's tameh. Where does she go back? She goes back. This anyways is tameh. You have to, because she was tameh within that bdika. These hours are gone. Even if she's tar, these hours are gone. Her knas is 1 period. 1 period of time. The whole day.
She didn't do She didn't do two. Twice
She didn't do
daily.
5 bdikas. She didn't do 5 bdikas.
She didn't do 2 bedikas in that 24 hours. More than that.
At least 2. Maybe she didn't do 5. Maybe she didn't do 20. She was bad. She didn't listen to Chachamim. One day she woke up. She goes, "Oi, I forgot to do bdika. Let me do first thing in the morning." So the first 12 hours right by her bdika are burnt anyways. She can never use those 12 hours. Where's her penalty? 1 period before that, for a total of 24 hours. Once we get to 24 hours, now it doesn't matter where she did her bdika, we always give her 24 hours because Hishvu Chachamim midosayim. Chachamim always said it's the same penalty, it's the same time. Don't make don't differentiate between different women. It's always 24 hours me'es leis. If you don't know, this is Mendy's favorite lashon and shas. Somebody that sins should not benefit, and we unfortunately we didn't have it. We tried to find it in different places. We couldn't in the last few Masechtas. Finally, he's all excited. Mendy, he came in today. What's pshat? Very geschmack. Let's say a woman does a b'dika right over here, 6 o'clock in the morning. So we have to burn everything she has until the night, anyways, and then we give her a penalty the night. So a total of 13, 14 hours. If she does the right thing, we just discussed this. If she does the right thing, she does a b'dika 5 o'clock in the morning. She has to burn 12 hours, and then we give her a penalty of 12 hours, a total of 24. So if she does the right thing, she gets penalized 24 hours. And if she's bad and she decides, so listen to this chacham. She's a genius. Instead of her doing a b'dika over here at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's going to get penalized 24 hours, she'll wait 1 hour. We're going to burn that 1 hour and give her a penalty of 12 hours. She's only going to have tumah for 13 hours. That means chayta niskar. She's going to do an avera, not listening to chachamim, and she's going to benefit that instead of having a 24-hour penalty, she's going to have a 13-hour penalty, and that we don't want to do. So Mamela, we said all women, no matter what. Reuben is looking at me, doesn't understand, even though he did the video last night. I confused with the video. What, you understand? Gewaldig.
So it's going to be 25 hours from the second.
24 hours from any time she does the b'dika. Any time she does the b'dika, doesn't matter, day, night, in middle of a period of time. Lo meshana. My benayu, what is the difference between the two answers? Ike benayu de idnisa veloy batka. What if we know for a fact that this woman had an oines, she was in the hospital, she couldn't do the b'dika, and then she did the b'dika in middle of a day. So according to this pshat that we don't want women that are chayta to be niskar, so she'll really get 13 hours. We'll give her only a penalty for 13 hours because she didn't do it on purpose. But if the pshat is, we can't plug, thank you, plug, so 24 hours, whether you're in the hospital or not in the hospital, you always have to give a penalty of 24 hours. Next sugya, called Isha Sheyesh Leveset. We learned that a woman who has a fixed period, 3 times, she saw her dam at the same exact time in the month, on the 3rd day of the month, at 12 o'clock that day. So if she sees dam today, on the 3rd day of the month, at 12 o'clock, you don't go backwards. Everybody agrees you don't go backwards. It only makes sense that this is exactly when she saw the dam. Says the Gemara, this l'chayra goes according to Rabbi Doisa, the Sanya. Rabbi Lezer Oimer, Arba Noshim Dayan Shatan. We're going to learn, and we had this before. Rabbi Lezer says there are 4 women. A girl who's not of age. She's not 12 years old. She's never seen dam before. A pregnant woman never sees dam. She's not supposed to see dam. A nursing woman. An older woman who's past the whole dam period. They don't see dam. All of a sudden they see dam. A pregnant woman sees dam. Now what? She wasn't supposed to see dam before. So the point is, she becomes Tomei from this point on. Dayan Shatan only, there's no reason to believe that she had dam yesterday because she's not supposed to have dam. So Mele, if she sees dam, from this point on. Afilu teima, so I'm sorry, Rabbi Doisa Oimer kol isha sheyesh leveses dayan shata. He says exactly what it says in our Mishnah. Seems like he's the only one that says it. That dayashata only, that a woman that has a vesses, not only these 4, let's add a 5th woman, a woman who has a fixed period also she's only telling me from this point on. So there's 2 options. Either Chachamim admit to this and they argue with Reb Dois on something else, or Chachamim argue with Reb Dois on this. So option number 1, the Gemara says, Afilu Teim Rabbanon admit that if this woman has a veses kavua, you only start counting, you only say she's telling me from this point on. So where's the machlokes? What's going on here? This woman who has a veses kavua saw dam not in her kavua. Okay, for the last 3 months she saw every day, every month on the 3rd of the month at 12 o'clock. And this month she saw on the 2nd of the month. She saw on the 4th of the month, whatever. She saw on a different day. What's the halacha? But Lamaisa, she has kavua. So Rabbanan say it doesn't matter. That's it. She ruined her kviyas. It's a different day. And Reb Doisa says no. She's kavua. She found the blood today. Sorry, it happened afterwards. She find the blood today. Okay, she didn't look yesterday, but it happened yesterday.
Why are you
What
saying
happened
it
if a
like
day
that?
before?
Why are you
What?
saying it that it's talking about a woman that just doesn't have a vest kavua?
Mm-mm.
Because in times of Gemara, they all had vestes kavuas.
No, we're talking about the Vesses Kavua.
No, but what
Otherwise,
happened
Shalobi
if she
Shas
saw it
Vista, obviously, a woman that doesn't have Vesses, then of course she's Tameh.
What happened if she saw
Everybody
the
agrees she's
before, not
tummy.
the day after?
What?
No, so then why then what are you trying to say? What are you trying to accomplish?
Of saying that it was the
No, of course. Then she ruined her kfiyas. Then it happened earlier. Then for sure it happened earlier. Yeah, because it happened earlier. That you can't change the mitzvahs. But if it happened later, maybe it happened earlier. It happened at the time, and that's it. According to Chachamim, since you saw it later, then everything is tummy. You give it 24 hours. Let's say she was supposed to see it at 12 o'clock. She saw it at 1 o'clock. Give her 24-hour tumah. But according to Rabbi Daisa,
More than a day.
no, because the Chachamim go up to 24 hours. Up to 24 hours.
Even though the Svara one.
Yeah, it's because it's more of a takana.
Right.
Yeah, and we have Rosh Chodesh, it's going to be nerva in Rabbi Say. But if a woman has a Vesses Kavua and she saw it on the day of her Vesses, everybody agrees. They're not going to argue with Rabbi Dyson. They're going to say that you don't give her Tumah beforehand. And our mission is talking about at the time of her Vesses, and she has a Vesses Kavua, and Chacham admitted Rabbi Dyson that there's no dam before. Michlal, the Rebbe Doisa, according to this pshat, you have to say that there is machlokes, and Rebbe Doisa is going to hold the Rebbe Doisa afilu shelo b'shas v'stomar, even if she doesn't have a veses. I'm sorry, even not at the time of the veses, she has a veses kavua, but she saw her dam later. He says they could still rely on the veses kavua. Mantana lohaduton rabbanon isha sheyesh lo veses kismo tamil mafreya. So going back, there's a new concept. We learned it before briefly. Kesem, a stain. Now, what's the difference between a stain and blood? Blood, now is when you found it. It just appeared now. Ketem, yes, you found it now. But it's very possible that it was there 3 days earlier, a month earlier. You go all the way back to the time, you could go all the way back to the time that she washed her clothing, or she checked her clothing. Just because you found it now doesn't mean it happened now. By blood, you found it now, it happened now. There's no two ways about it. This is when you found the blood. Shaila is how far you go back. But you don't have to assume that it was there earlier. By ketem, there's no reason to believe that it happened now. It's a stain. It's a dry blood. So it could have happened at any point in time. So the Allah Isha Sheyesh Lo Veses Kisma Tamil Mafreya. It goes all the way back to the time that she washed her clothing. Shimtira Shaloi. Why? What's the pshat? Because you have to say that it's similar to blood, to regular blood. And by regular blood, you go back 24 hours. So this is like regular blood. You just don't know when it happened. You just saw it today, but it could have happened 3 days ago. Blood, when you see it today, you go back 24 hours. You only go back 24 hours from the time you see it. A ketem is different. Yeah?
And so you
Okay.
still only go-
Hold on.
Does this link into that a woman is aware when she's got blood, but it's ketzim she may not even be aware?
No. Why? It's the same thing. Blood is blood. It's just the point that it's dry now. So it could have happened any time in her life. Could have happened 6 years ago also. She just noticed it now. Yeah, let's say that it goes only according to Rabbanon and not Rebbe Daisa, because it's not b'shas veset. If she saw Nachamal, Isha sheyesh lo veses kisma tamil mafreya. Why shimtire sheloi b'shas vesna mitam meis leis? Why does a stain go backwards? Because blood goes backwards. But according to Reb Daisa, it doesn't go backwards. Blood doesn't go backwards by a veset. Only according to Chacham it goes backwards. So you have to say that goes according to Rabbanan and not Reb Daisa. Says the Gemara afilu temer Reb Daisa. Ad kan loy polig Reb Daisa alei. So now the Gemara is doing a 180 from what we just said a second ago. The machloek is between Rabban and Reb Daisa is not in a woman that has a veses kavua. I know it's confusing. There's a woman who has a veses kavua. She saw her period 3 times at the same exact time, but she saw the blood now at a different time. That is where the machlokes is. We said until now. That's where the machlokes is. Not if she saw the blood on her veses when she had a veses kavua. That everybody agree that she cannot be tummy beforehand. Now the Gemara is saying no, the opposite. Even if she has a vesis kavua and she sees her blood on her vesis kavua, Rabbanan go. That's where they argue, and Rabbanan's going to go backwards.
Shaloi b'shas, they don't argue.
Shaloi b'shas, they don't. Right. But shaloi b'shas vesta moidalu umasnisim b'shas vesta v'rib daisi. So our Mishnah could only go like the Gemara said in the beginning, like Rabbi Daisa, not like Chachamim, because Chachamim say even if she has a vesis kavua and she saw her blood on her vesis kavua, you still go back. You still give her a penalty of 24 hours.
Why?
I don't know why. They don't agree that it's enough of a chazaka, enough thing. L'maisa, she saw blood.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Why? Because she didn't check herself, as we said before. She should have checked. It's a knas. Right, there we go. Let's go back there. So why are we doing a 180? Well, let's just say the Chachamim agree when she has a vesis kavua that there's no dam beforehand. Rabbi said, don't worry about it. If you don't get this sugya, there's another sugya coming up very soon. Kivin the ikya lu'ukmi l'kula l'chumra l'chumra makminan. To say that there's no machloikis in, to say that there is machloikis, like you guys are asking, why? Why would Chachamim say that she saw her period every single month at the same exact time, and she saw it today also at the same exact time? To say that she still told me 24 hours, that's a big chumrah. I like chumras. I want to be machmer. It's better to say l'chumra. L'chumra mukmina. Ktani shimtir shlei b'shas v'sto mitama meizleis. That if she has a ketem, she has a stain, it goes back all the way to the time where she washed her clothes. Why? Because if she saw dam, it goes back 24 hours. Time adisha sheyesh lo veses hu de pligi rabbanon bekis maliriyasa.
There's a new one.
No, there's not so new. Sorry. What?
Yeah, there's a new.
Okay, call it new. If you want to call it new.
Down in the Bryson now, right?
Yeah, we're going back to Katam. To Kasem. Time Adisha Shesh Leveses, who the pligi rabbanon bekis maliriyasa. If a woman has a fixed period, then Chacham HaMechulik, they say there's a difference between a stain and a riyah. That riyah we say daya shata. If she sees now, l'maisa she has a vesis kavua daya shata. Or shar noshim shamru Chacham dayan shata. What about the other 4 women? We're only talking about this woman, the 5th woman, the woman who has a vesis kavua. But what about the other 4 women? A young woman, an old woman, a nursing woman, a pregnant woman? What about them? That will say that even if she sees a stain, it's only from this point on that she's tamei l'chayra, because there's no machlokes in that. The whole machlokes was in the other woman, the 5th woman. Mani Rabbi Chanina ben Atignos. That can only go according to Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Yehuda ben Shmuel Mishum Rabbi Chanina ben Atignos. Kol anoshim kismon tamei l'mafreya. All women, when they see a stain, they become tamei retroactively until the time that they wash their clothing. However, the 4 women, then their stain is only from here on out. A girl, a young girl, a 5-year-old girl that sees dam, we don't even say that from here on out she's tamei. She has no reason to see dam. Why would a 5-year-old girl see dam? We have to assume that she touched a dead bird or something. She went through the butcher market, even though we don't have a good reason to believe that. Does Rabbi Chanina hold by the 4 women that it goes mikano la'aba? So let's say a woman who's pregnant sees dam today. It seems like Rabbi Chanina ben Tigna says, yes, she saw a stain. She's tamei from here on out. Why? Votanya kol anoshim kismun tamei. V'noshim shomer chacham dayan shad kismun tamei. Rabbi Chanina ben Tigna soimer. Noshim shomer chacham dayan shad and elam kesem. Rabbi Chanina says specifically that the 4 women, the older women, the younger women, the pregnant and the nursing women, don't have stains. Even my lav elam kesem klal. What are you going to tell me that l'chayr means? When I read it simply, elam kesem, they don't have a stain, meaning nothing. Their stain is garbage, nothing. It's not even lahaba. Because the whole ketem, by the way, is the rabbanon. It's whatever. The whole dam, even blood, is only when a woman feels it midaraisa. So maybe they don't have a ketem at all. Says Gemara, no, elam ketem mafreya, aviyeshlam ketem mikano la'aba. It doesn't mean that they don't have any stain. It doesn't count at all. It just doesn't count retroactively. But from here on out, we have to assume even a nursing woman, she sees a stain. Okay, she saw it today, and from here on out, she's tamei.
Is it Kainer as well?
Yeah. Why not?
Kainer finished.
That's what you thought. And this woman, you thought she's finished, but she's not. She's sorry, Benu. Inyan Diyayma. Listen, we're not talking about a 97-year-old. We're talking about a 54-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Skena. In your mind, she's skena, but she's not. Doctor made a mistake for a second. So it seems like the Tanakama holds that even retroactively, if one of these four women sees a stain, it is Tameh. Now that's a big problem. Why? Because blood itself, Chacham say you don't go Lemafreya. So why would you go on a stain Lemafreya? On these, yeah. Says the Gemara in Rabbi Meir, the Machmir Gabik Samim. Yes, Rabbi Meir says you got to be more careful with the kesem than in real blood. The Sanya Kol Anoshim Kismin Tomei Lemafreya, V'Noshim Shomer Chachamim Dayin Shatam Kismin Tomei Lemafreya. The Rabbi Meir. So Rabbi Meir says that a stain you go retroactive. Rabbi Chanina Ben Atila says V'Noshim Shomer Chachamim Dayin Shatam Kismin Kiriyason, that you only by these four women you only go from here on out. Yes, a young girl that her time came, in other words, she became 12 years old, and she saw a stain, she is tamei from here on out. But if she's too young, then her stain is nothing. And what is that time? What's Iman Urim all over Shas? Either she turned 12 or Shtei Saires. Two things. Now here's a brand new sugya Rabbi, so you can wake up. It's going to get easier. It's going to get easier. Okay. Actually, brachas is one of the toughest mesechtas to say. Shiran, it was murder for me because it's so many words. It just goes like you have to talk 100 miles an hour. Says the Gemara. Now, by the way, since Ashro came out and the Mesifta, a lot of, I don't know if you remember, in Yeshiva they used to call this Eidim. Meshameshes be'Eidim. But the Art Scroll changed it to Eidim. Now it's Eidim. A lot of things like Rav Simi in Yeshiva used to say Rav Simi Barashi, you know? You don't remember that? Yeah. Kvi, everybody used to say Kvi. Who said Koi? Nobody. Anyways, the Arshim changed everything. The reason why, what? Who? No, and what do they say now? That's what they say today? No, we never said that. Only in America. Anyways, why Eden? Because it comes from a pasuk, Idea, it's a lashon of clothing. So it's Eden. Now the question is, if it's Eden, that's plural. How do you say one Eid? Eid. Now we touched upon this. What is the chiddush of? Not only is it a chiddush, but if a woman does a bedika before tashmish, says Shmuel, it's nothing. Why? She did a bedika, so you know up until that point she's tar. She did a bedika, nothing came out. So you know that everything she touched until that point was tar. No, my time order of Katina, she's in a rush. So she's not going to do a real b'dika. At the end of the day, she did an examination. There's no dam. She doesn't check carefully, properly. She should have checked better, and she didn't. Tnan. Now, look at the words in our Mishnah. Plural. What does that mean? There's only two options really. She did it twice, before and after, or two people are doing it here. The husband and the wife. Says the Gemara, it says in the Mishnah, not like Shmuel, it's a good b'dika.
They both have to examine.
Oh, my love. When it says idim, plural, she did one before and one after. Now this would be a problem on Shmuel. Shmuel says that if you do a b'dika before, it's nothing. And in the Mishnah it says that it's a good b'dika. Shmuel's going to have to answer that the Mishnah is not talking about a b'dika before. So why does it say plural? She did a b'dika afterwards. So? I hear. The Gemara asks you a question, but for a different reason. It's both after Tashmish. But we're not talking about before Tashmish at all. We're talking about him and her. They should both do b'dika. Why? Look, over here, this answers the question. It says, a Bas Yisrael is Mishamish b'shnei idim. Echad lo, v'echad lo. It's just said Mishamshim according to Shamshois. I don't know. You say not? It's not a good raya? Not a good raya. But it says the women are Mishamish with two, meaning on her husband. But it's
about a lot of women. It's a lot of women.
I hear. Okay. But noise is wrong. Mishamshois. You're right. You are right. But at the end of the day, we have no raya before. No, she doesn't check him. Before Tashmish, there's no bdika according to Shmuel. Hi mai. Now, how does that make sense? It makes sense to say one was before, one was after. That's a chiddush. I would think like Shmuel, since she's in a rush, it doesn't count. Come on, Shmuel on. It is a good bdika. Then what did she accomplish here? 2 after Tashmish. After Tashmish is a regular bedika. Who cares that she had Tashmish 6 minutes ago? Right now, what's the difference? She has 12 o'clock in the regular morning or after Tashmish? It's the same thing. What does Tashmish ruin? It does ruin, Rabbi say. Why? We know that a woman becomes tamei with the most minute dam, even a small drop, kichardel, like a piece of, like a mustard seed. A mustard seed, now you have zera because of Tashmish. It'll cover it and she won't see it. And Memela, her bdika is worthless. It'll contaminate the bdika. That even after Tashmish you can do a bdika and it works. Rabbanan said she should do 2 bdikas. But when it says that a bdika by Tashmish is considered a true bdika, only one out of the 2 works as a bdika. But Chachamim still said she should do before. Why? Maybe if she does see dam, then we know to go backwards. L'chumra, but not l'akal. Before it doesn't matter because she's too much in a rush. After begin, she should do 2. Which one works as a real bdika? The one afterwards, not the one before. V'ho hamishamesh is kotani. Mashma from the word hamishamesh. It's not like Noam was asking. The same word, but a different question. Hamishamesh means if she feels like hamishameshes, if she feels like doing it with a cloth, givaldik. Says the Gemara, it's a very good kasha. I have to read it differently. Tani umishamesh. She's mechoyev to. In other words, if you want to be in kind of the mitzvah of checking, you must do. Chachamim require you to do bdika before and after.
We're not talking about every case. We're talking about like case of basic kavua, right? We're finding
Yes. We are. We're continuing with the Veses Kavua. He's right. We are talking in the case of Veses Kavua. Zok the Gemara. Mimemetes al yad me'es le'es. This woman who is mishamesh with a bdika, then she just gained that you don't go backwards 24 hours. And what does it continue saying? And also, if she did a bdika within 5 hours of Tashmish, she's also not tamei. Ask the Gemara the obvious question: if she could go back a total of 24 hours backwards, and she's not tamei, so certainly from any bdika she did, 2, 3, 5, 6 hours within the Tashmish. Of course, then, yeah. Hashta, what's the wording? Hashta meis leis mimetes. If the bdika before Tashmish renders her tar all the way back 24 hours, so certainly, if there was a bdika, says the Gemara, maybe I go back 24. It's an interesting teretz. Maybe I go back 24 hours because I want to save taras. Maybe I should still be machmer till the last bdika. Let's say she did a bdika of 5 hours to Tashmish. Say those 5 hours, everything should become tamei. But I don't want to penalize her and go back 24 hours. That's a lot of taras. Kamash Malon, even a small period of time, we don't give her any penalty, and the bdika before Tashmish works 24 hours, bdika, whatever it is. Now, if she has a Veses Kavua, Keitza Dayashato, and when we were reading the Mishnah, we all had the question, we didn't understand what is the arichus in the Mishnah. The Mishnah says if a woman has a Veses Kavua, she saw her period 3 times the same exact time of the month, then even if she's sitting on a couch, and she gets up, and she starts doing, why does the Mishnah have to talk about a couch? If she does taharis, it's tar. That's it. What's the couch? It said in the thing. She's sitting on a mita. Who cares? But everything in the Mishnah has a purpose. Says the Gemara, she's sitting on a couch. Why? And then she got up, and a whole story. Why? Listening, it should say very simple. If she was touching fruit, and she saw dam, since she has a vesis kavua, it only goes from that point on, and you don't go backwards. That would be a great. What do you need a couch? Time of the day is shata. The reason is because this woman, we go from here on out. But if she's tamei 24 hours retroactive, mitonami mitama. Now let's look in Rashi for a second. Very important Rashi. Like 3 lines down. Meis mitonami mitama. Kimishkav niddah atzma. Shemitama adam anegeboy. Tuma chamura. There's something called a tuma chamura, a very strong tuma. That is what Rashi explains. Letame begodim sha'olav. I can become tamei if something touches me. I touch something, I can become tamei, but my clothes don't necessarily become tamei. If a niddah touches me, it's so strong. She's the avatuma that my begodim become tamei. Says the Gemara, the couch. That's the chiddush here that she was sitting on a couch. The couch becomes like her. The couch becomes avatuma. That if somebody just touches his finger on the couch, all his clothing become tamei as if he touched the avatuma. That's a tremendous chiddush, and that's why it says couch. Not stam, she was sitting on a couch. Anything she slept on or sat on, to make a very strong tumah. Yesterday I was learning, and
becomes Rishon and then the Kalim becomes Sheni.
Right, exactly. He becomes, it's touching, you touching avatuma. When you touch avatuma, right Rishon Sheni. Whereas you're touching a Rishon and then you become Sheni, and it doesn't go to Kalim. Doesn't go to Kalim. So I got a WhatsApp. I'm in a group for Magid Shiurim for Daf Yomi, and somebody asked a question, and I just so happened to be learning this thing. I was so excited I could answer him. I was like, it was a bad thing. I'm not going to do it again. Not because I got punished, but it came from Gaiva, not from learning. He asked, we learned yesterday that if an object doesn't have the ability, doesn't have the sense to talk back, to converse with you, then Sofik Tumor B'Shus HaYachid Tamei. Right? But if it ain't das the shayl, we say then it's tahar. Even in Rishus HaYachid, if it doesn't have the brains, so he wanted to know, what about a person who takes a kli and puts it in a mikvah? How do we view that kli? Does the kli have a das l'shayl, or do we view the human that's holding the kli and putting it into the mikvah? What goes first? Are we looking at the kli, and the kli is really inanimate object that can't think and can't converse with you, therefore it's tar, or we view the human being that's putting the kli into the mikvah? And I so happen to be learning the sugya, Daf Yomi Beis, I said it's before sugya. And then I told them another thing that's very interesting. And they agreed with me, and I don't know, the Doilam could tell me if I'm right or wrong. A mikvah is different. He was asking about a mikvah. Mikvah is even worse. Why? A mikvah, we said, has tartil l'riusa. It's missing water, and the object is tamei. And when you have tartil l'riusa, it makes it a vaday. Over here, we're talking about a suffix. This whole concept of ein loy das l'shayl is only a concept in a suffix tuma, and a mikvah is considered a vaday tuma. Anyways, fine. Zog the Gemara. Let's see it inside. Michdi, hi mita, this bed that she's sitting on, you can't talk to a bed. And as we explained, we learned the whole concept of tumah from a saita. And a saita could talk to you. And anything that can't talk to you is not tamei. Her friends are lifting her up. And that answers the guy's thing in mikveh, sort of, kind of, in a bed. When humans lift something up, they become the das l'shayl, not the object that is tamei. Real quickly, because I saw a very cute thing. I know we don't have time, but I have to say because it's so cute. Cute. The Rishonim ask, anytime you have 3 people, it's not Rishus HaYachid anymore. And over here, 2 friends are holding the bed. One woman can't lift the bed, so you need 2 women and the woman on the bed. It's 3 women. It turns the Rishus HaYachid into Rishus HaRabim. It's a great chap. So the Ramban answers that the woman on top of the bed is not part of it because she's tamei. Another answer is that the whole concept we learned from Saita, and Saita can have yichud with people, but 2 women could be misyachid are also to be misyachid with a man, and therefore they're not counted as 3 women. Anyways, I just thought it was cool. Says the Gemara, V'hashta Dama Rabbi Yochanan Sofik Tumo Haba B'dei Adam Nishal Maleha. So Rabbi Yochanan, let's say a case where a person is holding a sheretz in his hand. So what is the sheretz? Sheretz he can't talk to, but a human is holding him. And now he doesn't know if he touched a kli. So what is that considered? Says Rabbi Yochanan, Nishal Maleha, it's considered something you could ask. It's a sheretz that you could talk to. Why? Because a human being is holding the sheretz. So even if this kli is on the ground, so as long as the human is holding the sheretz, even though the object that is becoming tummy is on the ground, it's as if it's yesh lidas l'shal because the human is holding it. Gufa, Omer b'yochanan safek tumah haba b'dei odem neshama le'a afilu b'kli amunach al gabi karka kimish yesh lidas l'shal. That's what we just read. Meisvei, yeah, you're in shul. It happens all the time. You're in shul. All of a sudden, the guy in front of you, big tzaddik, he does this whole thing with kavana, puts his thing, and the tzitzis go right into your eyes. Right? How many times does that happen? The Gemara talks about it. Here, it's the sugya. Either is Rashi says, either his talis was tar, and there's a tummy sheretz on the floor, and just like he hit you in the eyes, he might have hit the sheretz in the eye, and his tar talis became tamei, or the opposite. Maybe his talis was just tamei, whipped a kli that's tar, and that became tamei. Tahar. What does it say, Rabbi Isai? This is the word that we're looking for, tar. According to Tanakama, everything is tar. And if it's impossible for him to put on his towels without touching, he's in such a small area that it had to touch, then fine, it's tummy. Do a reenactment, go back to that spot, put your towels on. You're gonna make something tummy, you're gonna make it tar tummy, you don't do that. Amai hasavik tumah b'dei adamu. Why? It's savik tumah that it's the human being, and you could ask, and memela, it should be called tamei. Says the Gemara, you're right. Bar Niddah the Torah Revaishu b'shus hayochid tzveika tamei b'shus harabim tar erachanami. In that case, only b'shus harabim is tar, b'shus hayochid tzveika tamei. Fine. You know what? We caught up. But tomorrow we're going to be in another hole. We might have to make it up on Shabbos.